You join us in the United Kingdom today, or Great Britain as it's alternatively known. Well, it's certainly a great day today as we welcome you to one of the crown jewels of British sports, a track of speed, history and drama. It's Silverstone. It's the British Grand Prix. With good opportunities to overtake at the end of the Wellington and Hangar Straights, there's a lot of potential for close action around the 3.6 miles of Silverstone circuit. With 18 corners and average lap speeds of around 145 miles per hour, it's also one of the longest and quickest circuits on the calendar. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And Lando Norris lines up alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Russell, Sainz, Oscar Piastri, Perez, Hamilton, Fernando Alonso, Tsunoda, Ricciardo, Stroll, Leclerc, Magnussen, Gasly, Albon, Bottas, Hülkenberg, Joe, Sargent, and Esteban Ocon lines up at the back of the grid. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. And alongside me in the commentary box, my old friend, Anthony Davidson. Let's look at their season, and particularly against their teammate. Fair to say, they've got the better of them more often than not. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through. You see different drivers that, some have got their headphones on, they're listening to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the crowd and they're there waving to them. Other drivers, they go within themselves. They chat to their engineers, absorbing that information, that vital information that you need to carry you through the race. And, those pre-race rituals are essential to making things systematic. We do a lot of Grand Prix in a season, and the more systematic you can be, the easier you are within that environment.
Okay, we're monitoring somewhere on the internal combustion engine. Be aware that we're going to start to see a loss of power. DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. Nice move, good job. Watch out for understeer in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as quickly as you can. Push, push. Okay, the incident's been cleared. Let's get back up to racing speed. Come on. Good job, that was the fastest lap of the race so far. Okay, we're reaching a danger point with the wear on the MGU-H. Overheating the engine will exacerbate the issue, so keep temps under control, please. approaching the pit window and you're going to be on mediums. Okay, Charles, Verstappen's ahead of you. We can't let them hold us up for too long, so let's try and get past as soon as possible and crack on. Push, push. Oh mate, you made that look easy. Nice work. That's why I love working with you. Smashed it. Okay, we're boxing this lap. Give us the best in lap you can. Remember, box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance to the speed limit line as you approach and make sure you don't speed.
That was a very nice stop. No problems, very smooth for Leclerc.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. Okay, you're in the top 10. Carlos is in for his stop now. Car ahead's coming to fit the mediums. Car ahead now running medium tyres. Green flag. To give that place back, I'm afraid that was an illegal overtake. great manoeuvre. You made it look so easy. Okay, Charles, I know you've had a couple of scrappy laps, but let's focus now on getting your head down and keeping the next few clean. Okay, unlucky, mate. That wasn't quite what we needed, but let's not worry about it. Get your head down and chin up. There's a long way to go. Pace is strong, but be aware these tyres need to go the distance. Okay, this is Mark. I need you to stop cutting the corners. If you keep it up, the stewards are going to give you a penalty. Okay, we've been given a time penalty. It will go against our finishing time at the end of the race. Get your head down and let's get it done. Okay, so all of our tyre pressure data is currently reading 0. Assuming they still look inflated to you, we're going to guess that it's just a bad sensor. Shouldn't be anything to worry about. Good job, nice overtake. Okay mate, this is the final lap of the race, final lap. Okay, we lost the position, try to keep focus.
Checkered flag.
Oh, this race was really difficult.
And in the end, there was no Verstappen. Max Verstappen, he takes victory.
To come here and take victory as a team today on home soil was so important. You can see how much it means to them. The drivers there doing their part. The team's strategy was perfect as well. And the fans really embraced that. What a great atmosphere we had here today.
The drivers are en route to the podium as we speak. What a fantastic win for the Red Bull team. They've performed exceptionally today, keeping us firmly on the edge of our seats throughout the entirety of the race. Congratulations to everybody at the team. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action, and I can't wait to see what's next.